Flounder, old flat daddy. That's kind of what we're starting off the morning targeting today. It's the flounder. We're over here just east of the L&N Bridge, fishing the shoreline. And what happens as we get into the heart of the summer is that Pearl River typically starts dropping real hard, and all this water around the Pearl River gets real, it starts cleaning up real good. It's full of nutrients. Is that him? Full of nutrients from the fresh water. It's a good area to fish, and they got some flounders in this area. This is a real good flounder area. It can be good for redfish. We shot some redfish videos in here before. And these spinnerbaits, I'm working the Matrix Spin. That's a fabulous shallow water flounder bait. And I just like to cover some ground with it, slow roll it, kind of tickle the bottom a little bit. And it's a fabulous way to catch reds and flounder, and that's really what we're targeting today at the moment. But we're gonna mix it up, probably do a couple different things today, unless we get on a roll in here. So let's see if we can get a few more flounder. Flounder, when you are fishing for them, as you saw, I missed that one. They have really, really hard mouths, and you want to really drive that hook. When you're in an area where you feel like you got a shot to catch some flounders and you feel a bite, really drive that hook into them. All right, missed a few flounder earlier. Surprisingly, we didn't even see any redfish on that shoreline. So now the tide's coming in, trying L&N. Got my buddy Louie and Billy behind me. They wearing them out on a drop shot. I'm throwing a 1/2 ounce little pink champagne, and that's our first keeper today. There we go. A little double up action. Louie and them are killing them with the drop shot rig. I don't have any big egg sinkers with me, but that's a very effective way to fish this deep water with the hard current. Is a Carolina rig or a drop shot where you put like a 1 ounce sinker on. But we're managing with the Matrix Shad and a 1/2 ounce black platinum. We're catching some nice fish here. Deep water, hard currents in the heat of the summer.
I'm making a drop shot rig where that bait in the tide swims just like that. You want to keep that weight contact with the bottom so your bait swims right up here. And you just want to kind of put it right in the head of it where it just hangs. It has more action like that. Earlier the tide just wasn't doing good.
A little white trout, summertime special. As you saw in one of our last videos on the Unknown Pass Bridge, you're gonna get plenty of white trout in the summer too, great eating fish. I like to keep them like this, about 11 inches. Another one. what these fish are doing, as you can see behind me, there's a big concrete cylinder that's breaking up the currents. We've got a good incoming tide right now, and it's got a nice slack eddy right behind it. I'm throwing right behind there with Louie and them, working the deep ½ ounce in about 20-25 foot of water, and these trout are really ganged up underneath there.
Billy said they would catch them like this the other day, right there at Treasure House.
Who was?
Billy.
Keeper. This definitely isn't monster trout season, so make sure you have your measuring stick. 13 inches is the new rule. This one's close. Let me go put him on the tape, but this is going to catch a whole lot of these. You can hear him grunting. You're going to hear a lot of that in the summertime. That's spawning season. We get a lot of the males stick around. As that river drops, these fish suck into the deep passes by the Wrigley's, by the river, full of nutrients and bait, and they love this area. All right, guys, we had to race in. We basically got completely baptized with water on the way in. Had to race in before a storm hit us as we were catching beautiful trout like this right here, right there on the L&N bridge. We had them going, had them dialed in, but the storm fired up and I knew we had to get out of there. But some things to go over when fishing the bridges in the Wrigley's. The best time of the year to do it is in the absolute heat of the summer. You want the Pearl River to drop. And what you want to do is you want to focus on the tide change. If you know when that is, that's the best time to fish those deep passes, as you could get the bait down to the bottom easiest. And if you ever get out there and the tide is at a standstill and the change, a great place is dead in the channel. It's a fabulous place to fish. And as the velocity picks up, simply move to the edges and get into like that 15 to 25 foot of water and get on some nice trout like this right here. You're gonna have to go through some throwbacks. That's part of the game in the dead of the summer, but you're gonna have a lot of action and the fish are gonna school up really good. So once you find one, just hold tight because you're gonna catch a lot in one spot. But hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. Catching nice trout in deep, deep water using a ½ ounce jig head, the Golden Eye, and we're going to be sending out the color we were using today in the monthly bait box, the pink champagne. So make sure to subscribe to this month's monthly bait box. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, guys, good fishing.